I met Mike roughly 8 months before he passed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's unknown. I normally don't answer unknown numbers.
Before the platinum albums, before the red carpets, before the world knew the name Neo, there was just a kid with a pen, a voice, and a dream big enough to rewrite R&B. But today, that dream has turned into millions, music that never stops streaming, and 2 homes that look like they were designed straight from a superstar's imagination. From his private Las Vegas luxury villa to his $3 million Georgia estate, complete with a library, an elevator, a resort-style pool, a grotto spa, a home theater, and views of the prestigious Georgia Golf Club. These aren't just houses. They're chapters of his story. The grind, the resilience, the reinvention. So today, we're stepping inside the world of Neo like you've never seen it. The mansions, the lifestyle, the success that built it all. But before we dive in, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. To really understand Neo, we first need to meet the boy behind the legend, Schaefer Chimere Smith. Born on October 18, 1979 in Camden, Arkansas, Neo's life was infused with music from the start, thanks to his mother, who was a musician herself. Later, the family moved to Las Vegas, and it wasn't just a new city, it was a playground for creativity. Surrounded by flashing lights, live shows, and the non-stop energy of the Strip, Neo began to discover his artistic identity. He honed his talents at the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts, mastering performance, songwriting, and storytelling. Around this time, the nickname Mio stuck, and the rest is history. In high school, he joined the R&B group Envy, earning early attention, including an MTV appearance, but by 2000, the group had dissolved. Most would have taken a step back, but Neo pressed on. He kept writing, recording, and knocking on doors. A brief stint with Columbia Records ended in disappointment, but rather than give up, he turned rejection into motivation. Everything changed in 2004 with Let Me Love You, a song he wrote for Mario. The track skyrocketed to #1, staying there for 9 weeks, and suddenly the industry was buzzing about the songwriter behind it. Jay-Z noticed and signed Neo to Def Jam, launching him into superstardom. In 2006, his debut album, In My Own Words, dropped, delivering the smash hit So Sick and earning platinum certification. The follow-up, Because of You, hit #1 on the Billboard 200, proving Neo was more than a one-hit wonder. He was a movement. By 2008, Year of the Gentleman brought classics like Closer and Miss Independent, earning platinum status and cementing his place as one of R&B's defining voices. But Neo didn't stop at music. He expanded into film, appearing in Battle Los Angeles, Red Tails, and later in comedies like Girls Trip. At the same time, he was writing hits for Beyoncé, Rihanna, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson, and others, shaping the sound of a generation. Over the years, from the 2000s into the 2000s and 20s, Neo reinvented himself again, appearing on The Masked Singer UK, finishing second, and later winning the US season as Cow in 2023. In 2022, Neo reminded the world he's far from resting on his legacy, with the release of Self-Explanatory. He proved he's still creating, still innovating, still pushing the limits of his craft. And in 2025, he took yet another leap, stepping onto Broadway in Alicia Keys' musical Hell's Kitchen, showing that reinvention isn't just a phase, it's his signature. From dropped record deals to writing global hits, racking up platinum albums, and constantly reinventing himself, Neo's career is defined by resilience and evolution. After years of tours, studio marathons, and red carpet moments, he needed a home that matched that balance of creativity, privacy, and peace. Las Vegas Luxury Villa. Nestled in the exclusive gated community of Reverence on a prime corner lot, Neo's villa feels like a retreat built for someone who lives at the intersection of family, artistry, and success. Every detail reflects thoughtfulness and elegance. Inside, the home offers 5 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms, each designed as a private sanctuary rather than just another room. The media room is perfect for movie nights, songwriting marathons, or quiet downtime after late studio sessions. A private office gives Neo the space to write hooks, review contracts, or host Zoom calls far from the chaos of touring life. But the real heart of the house? The chef-level kitchen. Built for entertaining and experimenting, it features Sub-Zero appliances, a 3-burner oven, warming racks, custom cabinetry, specialty lighting, a wine fridge, and endless counter space, enough to feed a film crew or a house full of friends. Here, music feeds the soul, but food brings people together. The family room flows seamlessly from the kitchen, with floor-to-ceiling sliding doors and a gas fireplace creating a mix of comfort and quiet luxury. Open the doors and the indoor space melts into classic Vegas-style outdoor living. The primary suite is its own private universe, a spacious sitting area, direct backyard access, and a spa-style bathroom designed for true rest, the kind artists rarely get. Each bedroom comes with an ensuite bath and custom closet, ensuring friends, family, and collaborators enjoy privacy without sacrificing comfort. Step outside and the villa transforms into a cinematic oasis, a heated saltwater pool with spa, water play area, sports court, multiple lounge spots with fire pits, and fruit trees dotting the landscape. Against the desert mountain backdrop, sunsets glow in pink, orange, and gold, a view that feels almost otherworldly. This home isn't just beautiful, it's smart. Upgrades include a wider driveway, Tesla charging station, and a climate-controlled garage to protect luxury cars from the Vegas heat. Life inside Reverence comes with perks like a private fitness center, resort-style pool, spa, clubhouse, and exclusive community amenities that rival 5-star resorts. Everything about this villa reflects Neo. Polished, intentional, elegant, but never showy. A home that works as hard as he does and finally gives him the space to breathe. But Las Vegas is only part of the story. While it's where he creates, his retreats in Georgia show a different side, a place to escape, reset, and recharge. Neo's Alpharetta estate, valued at around $3 million, feels less like a flashy celebrity purchase and more like a thoughtfully chosen retreat. Nestled in the gated windward enclave, privacy comes standard, with neighbors ranging from CEOs to athletes to established old money families. The home itself was remodeled with a distinctly European flair, giving it the timeless elegance of a classic estate. From the outside, the property impresses immediately. Elegant stonework, a grand entryway, and meticulously manicured landscaping set a serene tone before you even step inside. Once inside, that same refined luxury continues. The executive kitchen is a showstopper, featuring a 6-burner Wolf grill, Sub-Zero fridge, Wolf microwave, high-end dishwasher, and marble countertops. This isn't just a display, it's a fully functional space designed for someone who loves to cook, entertain, and live well. Adjacent sits a formal dining room, perfect for holiday feasts or celebratory dinners after a tour. Nearby, a wood-paneled library provides a warm, quiet space for focus and creativity, a sanctuary many artists crave. The main living area soars across 2 stories, bathing the space in natural light and creating a peaceful, open atmosphere where Neo can truly exhale. The primary suite, located on the main level, feels like its own private universe. With 2-story ceilings, a luxuriously renovated ensuite, custom closets, and a fireplace, the room balances formality with personal comfort. French doors open onto an outdoor terrace, offering a private touch of luxury and serenity.
What sets this estate apart are the high-end amenities. It boasts an elevator, a fully equipped gym, massage spa, steam rooms, sauna, and even a private movie theater. There's a wine cellar and 3 levels of covered outdoor living space, complete with a built-in gas grill, perfect for hosting without ever leaving home. The lower level features a full in-law suite with its own kitchen and living area, ideal for extended family or long-term guests. Outside, the backyard feels like a private resort, a large pool with a water slide, a rock-style grotto spa, and a basketball court make it both fun and functional. Beyond the fence, scenic views of the Georgia Golf Club add a polished finishing touch. This home isn't loud or ostentatious, it's deeply personal, a place where Neo can slow down, focus on family, host loved ones, and separate the man from the spotlight. And as with any great estate, it naturally leads us to the next chapter, the driveway. Because a lifestyle like this, it usually comes with some pretty interesting keys. Car collection. Neo's car collection isn't about flashy headlines or turning heads. It's about balance, purpose, and quiet confidence, much like his homes. For a touring artist with kids, practicality and comfort are key, but style still matters. First up, the Lincoln Navigator. Starting around $90,000, this full-size SUV is all about ease and versatility. Heated and ventilated seats, subtle chrome accents, and a smooth V6 twin-turbo engine make it feel more like a luxury lounge on wheels than a daily driver. For Neo, this is the dad mode vehicle, perfect for school runs, rehearsals, and disappearing into everyday life without a fuss. Next, we shift gears to the Bentley Bentayga, a car that blends refinement with a touch of Vegas flair. Priced north of $200,000, it offers handcrafted leather, polished woodwork, and a twin-turbo W12 or V8 engine capable of topping 180 miles per hour. Inside, it's a haven of calm elegance. The Bentayga is Neo's red carpet car, sophisticated, powerful, and undeniably premium, but never shouting for attention. Then there's the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. This one's a statement of legacy. With iconic gull-wing doors and a 563 horsepower V8 engine that hits 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, it's not practical, it's personal. Costing around $200,000 when new, now even more as a collector's item, the SLS AMG is for those perfect weather drives, moments to reflect on how far the journey has come. Finally, the crown jewel, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. With prices ranging from $350,000 to $450,000 depending on customization, this SUV isn't loud, it whispers. The V12 engine glides silently, the interior feels like a luxury recording booth, and the starlight ceiling adds an otherworldly touch. The Cullinan is for someone who has nothing left to prove, a statement of quiet mastery and ultimate privacy. Together, these four cars tell a story. Neo isn't chasing attention. He's curating comfort, longevity, and timeless style. But a car collection is only part of the picture. To understand the full story, we have to look at the engine behind it all. The income, the deals, and the empire that made this lifestyle possible. Income and net worth. Today, Neo's estimated net worth is around $10 million. It might not make the headlines like some of Hollywood's flashiest fortunes, but it's the kind of wealth built on longevity, consistency, and real influence, not short-lived hype. A huge part of that foundation comes from music sales and streaming. His platinum albums, In My Own Words, Because of You, and Year of the Gentleman, still earn steady income through Spotify, Apple Music, radio play, and licensing deals. Classic hits like So Sick and Miss Independent continue to appear on playlists, commercials, and nostalgic throwbacks, bringing in roughly $1 to $2 million over time. But the real powerhouse? His songwriting. Neo isn't just a voice, he's a hit maker, penning global staples like Mario's Let Me Love You and Beyoncé's Irreplaceable keeps royalties flowing year after year. These tracks aren't just hits, they're part of pop culture's backbone. Every stream, cover, or licensing deal adds to a passive income stream estimated at $1 to $3 million, and it's still growing. Then there's touring. As live shows bounce back post-pandemic, Neo's catalog, packed with romantic ballads, club anthems, and emotional hits, proved perfect for the stage. Touring combined with merchandise sales can bring in $2 to $4 million, depending on the size and location of the shows. And he didn't stop at music. Acting roles in Red Tails, Battle Los Angeles, and appearances in hits like Girls Trip, along with hosting and judging gigs on shows like World of Dance and his winning season on The Masked Singer, add another $500,000 to $1 million to his earnings. Neo's financial story isn't about flashy headlines. It's about craft, persistence, and multiple streams of income that keep compounding year after year. Every album, every tour, every song he's written continues to fuel the empire behind the man we see on stage and screen. And while Neo's wealth tells one story, another side of his life shows who he really is, beyond the stage, beyond the spotlight. This is the part of him that's all about giving back, where fame fades and impact speaks louder than chart-topping hits. A cornerstone of that mission is the Compound Foundation, which he started in 2007. The organization is dedicated to supporting foster youth and children in underserved communities. Through fundraising events, celebrity auctions, and branded merchandise, the foundation provides resources, mentorship, and confidence to kids who often feel invisible. One standout moment came in 2011, when a New York event for the foundation drew major donations and shone a spotlight on an issue that doesn't get nearly enough attention. But Neo's generosity doesn't stop there. He's a consistent supporter of UNICEF, using his platform to advocate for children's rights, education, and global health initiatives. He's also worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, personally helping fulfill the dreams of kids facing life-threatening illnesses, often quietly, without cameras or social media posts, letting the joy speak for itself. Music education is another passion. Partnering with Little Kids Rock, Neo has filmed PSAs and supported programs that bring instruments and music classes to underfunded schools. His philosophy is simple but powerful. Sometimes one guitar, one keyboard, or one song can change a child's entire future. His charitable reach spans health-focused nonprofits too. He's participated in campaigns for the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Care One Cancer Fund, including a 2014 Fenway Park event that raised $1.3 million to support families navigating cancer treatment. Organizations like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America and Children's Rights, which focus on after-school programs and legal protections for youth, have also benefited from his voice, influence, and fundraising efforts. Through it all, one thing is clear. For Neo, fame takes a back seat, but community always comes first. Now let's dive into Neo's personal life, the side of him that exists away from the stage and studio lights. His first major public relationship came in 2005 with model Jessica White when she gave birth to a baby boy. But just months later, Neo learned the child wasn't biologically his, a painful, very public lesson in trust and heartbreak. Still, he handled it quietly and with respect, setting a pattern for how he navigates life's personal storms. By 2010, things seemed to shift. Neo and TV personality Moneta Shaw announced they were expecting a daughter, who arrived early that November. Reflecting on it later, he said, "I've been in love before, but this feels new, like the first time." A year later, the couple welcomed a son, giving the impression of a growing, long-term family. But by 2013, they separated, keeping things private and focusing on co-parenting. Love found him again with Crystal Renee Williams. By September 2015, the couple was engaged and expecting their first son, born in March 2016. They tied the knot shortly after, on February 20th, 2016, and welcomed a second son in June 2018. Yet life under the spotlight brought challenges. In early 2020, they announced a divorce. Then the pandemic hit, forcing isolation and reflection. The couple reconciled, and in June 2021, they welcomed a third child, a daughter. They even renewed their vows in 2022, but just months later, the marriage unraveled again. Crystal filed for divorce, alleging infidelity and a child born outside the marriage. By January 2023, their divorce was finalized, closing this complicated chapter. Outside of relationships, Neo has also used his voice when it mattered. After the Surviving R. Kelly documentary in 2019, he publicly supported the Mute R. Kelly movement. Then in 2025, he surprised fans again by revealing he was in a polyamorous relationship with 4 women, openly embracing a lifestyle that works for him, without secrecy or apology. Not every moment in Neo's life has been smooth. In 2008, he was arrested for reckless driving and driving without a license. In 2011, Lindsay Lohan sued him and Pitbull over a lyric mentioning her, but the case was dismissed, protecting his right to creative expression. And that's the story. 2 homes, 2 worlds, and one artist who built it all through talent, relentless hustle, and a level of resilience most people never see. From quiet luxury in a Las Vegas desert villa to a European-inspired estate in Georgia's elite neighborhoods, Neo's properties aren't just real estate, they're a reflection of the man behind the music. A creator, a father, a survivor, a legend who turns setbacks into blueprints and heartbreak into hits. If you love this deep dive into Neo's life, music, and luxury, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories of iconic artists in their homes, and drop a comment telling us whose world you want to explore next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.